Hello TL Travelers, and welcome back to the TL Travel YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family. Right now we are recapping our backpacking trip 6 months through South America. In our last video, we had a bit of a travel day and nightmare and a muddy morning in Humahuaca, Argentina. And today I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about our favorite activity, the favorite tour that we had while we were there. And that was our very first sandboarding experience. And I say very first because it definitely was not our last in South America. So if you enjoy travel content, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It'll really help to show me some support. And let's just get into our sandboarding adventure. So when we are picking our accommodations, we always like to try to pick places that also offer tours or can help us book tours. A lot of the times it will come with like a little bit of a booking fee, but that is usually balanced out by the fact that a lot of these hotels and guest houses and hostels have negotiated on discounted prices for tours for their guests, for their travelers. So the place that we were staying at a locally run guest house in Humahuaca, just outside of the city. And they were kind enough to plan for us a local guide to take us out and do some sandboarding, an afternoon sandboarding tour out in the mountains. What is this? Now, having done a lot of different tours in Europe and Southeast Asia, we sort of have this idea in our heads that, okay, well, we booked a tour, so, you know, the van is gonna come and pick us up, and we're gonna hop into the van with a couple other people, and then we are going to drive to our starting point and, you know, the way that a tour normally operates. But on this particular day, our guide showed up, and it was just us, and he was on foot, just carrying some boards. So we were like, that's interesting because there's nowhere in walking distance that you can sandboard. So we introduced ourselves to him. He was absolutely great, spoke a little bit of English, mostly Spanish, obviously, but he was super friendly, super easy to understand anyways. And we walked with him for about 25 minutes to the bus stop, got on a local bus, and took the bus out to what I'm gonna call the middle of nowhere for some sandboarding. I'm not even lying when I tell you, when we got off the bus on the side of the highway, literally there was no other cars, no other people, no buildings, no towns, nothing to be seen in any direction, and we just started walking into the abyss. Once we got to the hill, we basically got the most casual rundown about how the boards would work. Essentially, the most important thing, or what I took away for it anyways, was that the sand sort of slows you down compared to the way that snow and ice, if you are snowboarding, kind of, you know, speeds you up. So you really do have to give it your all if you want to, you know, start coasting. And if you're thinking that there is going to be some sort of a gondola situation to take you up the hill before you are boarding down, you are sorely mistaken. We definitely had to walk the height of that hill every time that we wanted to sandboard down. So I would say that in the afternoon, I probably got maybe 4 or 5 runs in. Derek and the guide did a few more, but I gotta tell you, at the start of this trip, I was in not great shape compared to the shape that I was in at the end of it. And as much fun as the sandboarding portion of that tour was, also I just loved sitting up there and enjoying these huge uninterrupted views. It was like nothing that I had ever seen before. Our guide was even kind enough to bring us and prepare us a little afternoon snack situation right there on his board. I must admit, I am not a super sporty person. I am not super great at snowboarding either. So if that's something that's maybe holding you back on trying it, I would still 100% recommend giving it a go. And even if it doesn't end up being your speed, the views are great, the experience is great, and In a lot of places, I have seen people, depending on how steep the hill is, just like sit on the board and ride it down. And that seems to be equally successful. So either way, I would definitely suggest that if you are heading that way or you are gonna be anywhere that offers sandboarding, you at least give it a try. And that if the option is available, you hire a local guide. So some of you might be thinking, okay, but you walked, you carried your board, you got on a local bus, you drove out to the middle of nowhere, then you walked yourself out there and there was no gondola or assist up the hill, and then you ate lunch on a sandboard. Like, you kidding me? However, the actual experience of it was like, it was just a memory that I will never forget, I guess. And in my years as a travel agent, tour operator, booking and leading travel, I have always found when I am reviewing tour agencies, reviewing guides, and just trying to get to know a certain location, local guides have always been not only the best bang for your buck, but you get to give back to that local economy and to tourism in that area. And they always have, you know, it's where they're from. They understand the area, they have insights and stories to share. And if you don't mind the tour being a little bit more unpolished, I guess I'll say, for the price that you're paying, 100% worth it, and it just ends up feeling like a far more fun and authentic experience. So that is gonna be it for me for today and my little rant about our favorite thing to do in Humahuaca. If you've not already hit that like or subscribe button, go ahead and do them both now so that you don't miss a video from us. We post new travel content every Thursday and Sunday, and right now we are sharing all of the travel fails and successes, tips and tricks from our trip through South America, and yeah, we're just getting started. So until I see you in my next video, stay great, stay safe, and I'll see you then. Bye.